Hi, I'm Eric Hayden, and welcome back to the Design and Concept Center here at ProComp Suspension. In this episode, we're talking about the all-new Toyota Tundra. ProComp Suspension has earned a reputation for building quality and affordable performance suspension systems for Toyota vehicles for over 2 decades. Suspension systems for the Land Cruiser, SR5, 4Runner, Tacoma, and FJ Cruiser have remained very popular and are still consistent sellers in ProComp's lineup. Toyota's introduction of the new generation Tundra has allowed ProComp Suspension to create a 6-inch suspension system that not only lifts the Tundra, but increases its on-road presence and off-road performance ability. In past years, Toyota has done well with its smaller truck lines, especially the Tacoma, which has consistently captured some of the highest resale values on the market. But trying to capture a larger share of the full-size truck market has proven to be more difficult. Recognizing this, Toyota has gone all out with their full-size half-ton pickup, the 2nd generation Tundra. The foundation of this new Tundra has frame rails that are 6 inches further apart than the previous model years. The vehicle's overall length is 10 inches longer, and the width and height are 4 and 5 inches more respectively. Now, the modular frame design has 3 distinct types of construction: a fully boxed front half, a rolled and reinforced C-channel in the center section, and an open C-channel under the bed. Now, why go to a modular frame, you ask? Well, changing to a modular frame reduces the noise, vibrations, and harshness that are common to a steel frame chassis, also known as NVH. Up front, the suspension uses a traditional dual A-arm and coil-over layout, but with a number of refinements in geometry and electronics to improve stability, handling, and ride quality. In the rear, a trapezoidal frame design allows the rear leaf springs to be mounted toed out. Toed-out leaf springs increase the lateral stability when cornering and towing. The Tundra also comes standard with Toyota's Vehicle Stability Control System. This combines the anti-lock brake system, the active traction control system, and the engine management system to automatically help prevent the vehicle from skidding when cornering on a slippery road, or when the steering wheel is moved abruptly. VSC, or Vehicle Stability Control System, uses a lateral skid sensor that detects understeer or oversteer. If the vehicle begins to skid sideways, 1, 2, or 3 corners of the vehicle will have the brakes applied and the throttle adjusted to get the vehicle moving in the direction the steering wheel is turned. A-Track, or Active Traction Control System, uses ABS sensors to detect wheel slip. A-Track operates in one of 3 different ways. It can either apply the brakes to the wheel that's slipping, it can reduce engine RPM to slow down the wheels, or it can do both simultaneously. Forward motion will still be accomplished, but with control. The new Tundra comes in 3 cab configurations: standard cab, double cab, and the all-new extra-large Crew Max version. All told, the Tundra is now a serious contender in the full-size pickup segment. Now, let's see what ProComp Suspension has come up with to make this serious contender into a heavyweight champ. The front of this kit includes a choice of performance coilover or factory strut spacer. The rear kit components include MX6 adjustable or ES9000 non-adjustable shocks, rear brake line drop brackets, aluminum lift blocks with U-bolts, add-a-leafs, and also available are these great-looking heavy-duty traction bars. ProComp has spent considerable time to engineer knuckles that not only allow for 6 inches of lift, but are also strong enough to take on life, roll with the punches, and come out on top. Here you can see the ProComp MX 2.75 coilover compared to the factory strut. Visually, you can see that the coilover from ProComp Suspension is both longer and larger diameter than the factory units they replace. A massive 2.5-inch diameter piston inside this coilover provides superior dampening control to deliver the best ride quality and handling exclusively for the Toyota Tundra. The new Tundra receives a ProComp exclusive design front crossmember. This extremely durable component positions the factory lower control arms at the correct location to maintain ideal suspension operating angles. It also moves the lower control arms forward to retain proper alignment specs. ProComp suspension system lowers the differential, keeping the CV axles at the correct operating angles and preventing premature wear of the CV axle U-joints. The ProComp rear crossmember requires cutting 6 inches out of the factory rear frame area. This will allow for the differential clearance when the front axle housing is relocated. The new lower front crossmember has a built-in brace that bolts up to the cut factory frame, so that both become one solid rear crossmember assembly. With the addition of tubular compression struts, the rear crossmember has no forward, aft, or lateral movement. This Tundra has been fitted with ProComp Suspension Stage 2 kit, which includes the MX 2.75 series coilovers. Now you can see how the coilovers mount using the supplied mounting brackets. If your vehicle is being fitted with the Stage 1 kit, the factory strut will be reinstalled using the supplied strut spacer. Here are those nodular iron steering knuckles. The long neck extends to the factory upper control arms so that they can remain in their original location. The neck is reinforced to keep flexing to an absolute minimum. Because of the heavier design, the factory backing plates or dust shields will not be reused. Removing the backing plates allows for more airflow, which increases brake and rotor longevity. This precision engineered system allows for the full range of suspension travel without stressing the CV axles or ball joints. This also helps maintain the accurate steering geometry required for the proper function of Toyota's A-Track or Active Traction Control System. This is a valuable safety feature that can keep you out of trouble if you're inclined to get into it. Here's the trapezoidal rear suspension. An add leaf is installed into the factory rear leaf springs to improve load leveling and reduce axle wrap. A 3-inch tall aluminum block is also installed to provide more lift height and help keep the correct pinion angle alignment. This combination helps keep the rear driveline operating smooth, and new U-bolts complete the installation. With this Tundra having the Stage 2 kit installed, adjustable shocks add the finishing touch to the rear and do an excellent job of balancing performance with the MX 2.75 front coilovers. Each MX6 shock is precision engineered and custom valved for your vehicle. The MX6's inverted mounting design reduces unsprung weight and protects the shock body from damage. This design also allows ease of fitment with no clearance problems in high-performance late-model vehicle applications. The shock's unique design allows for 6-way external ride control adjustability. Who says you can't perfectly dial in your ride? Tire and wheel choice is crucial in assuring proper fit, performance, and the safety of your vehicle equipped with ProComp suspension. Unfortunately, stock wheels cannot be reused. For the lifted Tundra, ProComp Suspension recommends a minimum diameter rim of 18 inches or larger, not to exceed 9 inches in width, with a back spacing of no more than 5.5 inches. Additionally, ProComp recommends a quality tire of radial design, not exceeding 35 inches and 12.5 inches wide. Use of a 35 by 1250 tire may require the removal of the front inner fender mud flaps. On or off-road, ProComp Suspension takes pride in building long-lasting kits that deliver exceptional performance and ride quality. And oh yeah, at prices unmatched by the competition. I'm Eric Hayden. Thanks for joining us.